And I think, it comes back to that. I think about that time, when I, in school, when I started getting that burning desire inside me that I want something more. And that flame is still there. My wife sometimes says to me, when's enough going to be enough? I said, well, enough was enough a long time ago, but it's going to be enough for me when they carry me out in a box, because I've got no intention of slowing or stopping down, because you've just got that desire. You just want to do more, achieve more, serve more, help more, make more, whatever it is. It just ends in more. Because it's just that cycle you have, you just need to keep going. And I'm not one that, has expensive designer clothes and, 50 grand watches or anything like that. I live a fairly simple, modest life. I have nice cars, I live in a nice house, I'm going on a few nice holidays, that's it. Do you know what I mean? But that burning desire to do more is still there. However, we have to think about where does that come from, and how is it created. So when I look at my kids today, I have 4 kids, for blessed 4 amazing kids. 3 of them work with me in the business, and they're never going to be, I believe, as driven, as motivated, as focused, as energized, wanting to jump out of bed at 5 in the morning as I am.
And why do you think that is?
Because their life is much more comfortable than my life was. And my parents worked hard in whatever way they could for me to have an easy life, which is the same story that we'll have for many other people around us. Mine's not unique. Then we work hard so our kids have an easier life. And what happens is, I believe, is sometimes that drive and desire starts disappearing, and there's no need for them, as it were. Do you see? So I guess that's the challenge, and that's the my daily frustration as well.
No, it's interesting you say that, because you and I have a similar background in many ways, and I think about that a lot, because having been born and brought up in a challenging environment, where you talk about designer clothes or expensive cars, they were nowhere to be seen, by the way. It was hand-me-downs at best. And today, for example, I'll talk about my own situation scenario. My children, and I've got 4 children as well, they want to choose their own clothes, their own trainers, want their own iPads, iPhones, this, that, the other. It's never ending. And I do talk to my wife about this and say, are we compensating for the difficult life that we had as kids to give them an easier life? But at the same time, is that compensation, if I can call it that, are we making it worse for them?
Yes.
Because they'll then enter into a world, which I hope they don't, by the way, but their mindset may enter into a world where they feel entitled to stuff, or they've had it so easy that seeing difficulty or the real hard life like you and I have seen on the streets is something that they aren't going to be ready for. And it's a difficult balance, isn't it, Saj?
Yeah, because you don't want them to experience what we've experienced, because it's tough, it's not easy. You don't want them to have that. They're your flesh and blood. You want them to be comfortable, but it is really difficult to get that balance. How do you get that balance where you give them everything they want? It's a case on the birth. What do you get them? Well, they've got everything they want or need. What do you get for them? Yeah. And when you're in that situation, it's a case of they never need to think about where the next thing is going to come from. I think it's super tough, and that's something I really don't have the answer for. I'm still trying to figure that one out.
Well, you're trying to do the best that you can, don't you, really?